I'm laughing so much. Filled with a little bit of controversy and drama. That'll be up for a debate at a later time. We're with whatever. Oh God.
Hi. Hello.
Hello there.
Aren't we a happy bunch?
We're not happy. We're not.
Whatever it is you do to enjoy your nights, having a bit of alcohol, playing F1 games, or getting ready for your GCSEs for some reason. I hope you're having wherever. Right, getting.
Good job.
Right, while you lot are actually heading on the formation.
Hard for you guys.
I'm not
really
in
hard
session,
for
by the way.
someone. Oh.
That sucks.
Right, first what we're going to do is have a rundown of the championship order from actually lowest all the way to first place. We actually had Captain Sven scoring 2 points, Gruzd scoring 2 points, as well as Sweeney 1904, Yigamal scoring 6 points, not Luke Beck only scoring 9 points, Charlie, I can't even pronounce the rest of his game and tag, scoring 20 points. Owen Tidswell 666 scoring 29 points. Fozzie Wozzie Dog on 33. Dragon on Speed with 41. Grenetic scoring 45. Bradley Ellis 42 scoring 76. Parallax scoring 93. Feared by Gaming scoring 95. SHR Indigo scoring 118. H. Collins scoring 123. SHR Ninja scoring 127, as did TNRT Jonas scoring 127, but T Jonas will remain in third place. Ninja never actually surpassed his points tally. Frederick Cass scoring 156, and the champion J Marsh 29 scoring 240.
Where
And
I would
breathe.
just like to say I did 3 races and got like 49 points.
That's alright, isn't it? Right for some people.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, obviously a few guys who have been in trouble before have had their points already deducted, so if anything looks a little bit out of place or sounds a bit out of place, there is a reason for it. Moving on to the constructors in the same order, Trident scoring 4 points throughout the whole season, Dams scoring 29, Campos scoring 40 in the end, mainly due to the contribution of Parallax.
My guy.
Kramer coming back from the brink pretty much from the start of the season, scoring 51 points this season. Univirtuosi scoring 83 points, and ahead of them are MP on 114. Arden on 120, Carlin 218, Sauber 283, and ART Constructors Champions with 355. Only 355 points scored. I say only. Right, as well, I actually need a breather for a bit. I'm just going to watch you lot try and navigate the first couple of corners.
Well, I'm happy I'm in first for like...
Well, there's only 8 of you. I wouldn't really expect there to be an accident, but yet again, I said the same at Russia. Look what happened.
Yeah, by the way, not everyone's in session.
We're just gonna have to try and make do. Right.
Right, I'm just gonna leave him join because I can't hear someone.
Well, someone's already bit the dust. Alright, moving on to the next award. The Fastest Lap Award. No prize money for this one this time around for Division 2. But the driver actually scored most of the fastest lap points during the race. Goes to SHR Ninja.
Whoa! Congrats, Ninja! Yeah.
Right. Wherever he is, yeah, he scored most of the fastest laps this season. The Hot Seat Award. This award goes to the driver who's decided that one particular car wasn't enough for him, so they decided to move around most of the grid. Not as dramatic in Division 2 as it was for Division 1, but a Hot Seat Award actually goes to DB1607 for choosing 3 teams in 5 races.
You're gonna give an award for that, great.
Yeah, moving onwards. The Thorn in My Backside award. This award goes to the two drivers in the driver's standings who have tried to have a fight with each other all the way through the season, but despite one or the other's best efforts, hasn't really changed anything in the long run. The Thorn in My Backside award actually goes to Ninja because SHR Indigo failed to catch him. Right, I'm actually split on this award, but I think everybody might know who it actually goes to. This award goes to the person who's been complaining and moaning the most in the PlayStation chat and Discord and the live stream comment section. The Crybaby Award, if anyone would like to take a guess. Congratulations, AG30, you really are one of the most whingy people I've ever seen. Even in a steward's inquiry that wasn't even his fault, he don't shut up about it. Right, moving on to, we're just going to skip one, just because I haven't really been paying attention for most of the quotes of the season.
Oh,
Say again?
yeah, that was good.
Oh, look at these two, they're absolutely rimming each other for one last time.
Oh, go on. Yeah. Oh, no.
No.
It's alright, just Fozzie, just drive a little bit faster.
You know, if I could drive a bit fast, I'd be an
fighting
e-sport.
for this second, I would have guys might expecting it.
That's alright.
Sorry, at least Josh has actually won a Constructor's title.
Jamie, I would tell you a joke about retired people, but none of them work. Right, sorry, carry on.
No, it's alright, you actually give me a bit of time to catch my breath. Yeah, the Pulling Out Award. I don't know, maybe try pressing them a little bit harder. The Pulling Out Award. This award goes to the driver who said, yes, they will turn up. They will make the race. And then at the last minute, they just don't show. The Pulling Out Award for the second time this season goes to Not Luke Beck 94 for whatever reason. So please let us know if you actually wish to continue with us in the future. And I hope he knows that we're actually on good terms. I know he's been through a little bit. Right, the Passive Award. I'm trying to remember what the... Right, Passive Award. This award goes to the person in the driver's standings who's not really been here most of the season. It hasn't really moved. And they've just kind of rode along into whatever position they have been. The Passive Award goes to TNRT Jonas for maintaining P3 and literally missing half the season, which I still find pretty impressive. Oh, I really need to make up my mind on some of these ones. Right, best championship battle. I need to have a look at the standings after this one. Actually, no, because I've just realised we actually had. It might not have been really a fight for the championship in the end, due to Norwegians pulling out, but the championship battle award goes to H. Collins and AG30. I've actually really loved watching those two all season jostle around for position and points. It gave me something a bit to look forward to. It put on a little bit of a show. Right, probably one of the only awards that actually matter to the Division 2 lot. The best looking helmet.
Yes.
Nominations are Grenetic,
Wait, what? Alright.
Fid by Gaming, Parallax, and Fozzie Wozzie Dog.
I won Div 1 helmet, how am I not in this?
Because your Div 2 helmet is shocking.
Yeah, you're right.
I changed my helmet for this race.
Indigo, you know what just happened there, didn't
It's
you?
alright, it looks even worse.
Wait, who won the helmet?
You're about to find out. Whoever's watching the live stream, she's on camera. Congratulations,
Oh,
Fozzie.
shit. Well,
Even though the helmet,
Luca
I'm
and
pretty
Fozzie.
sure the helmet you're actually using at the minute isn't the one that you started the season with. But ever since, I can't remember. Yeah, I'm sure it was the Silverstone race where I actually saw it and I was actually kind of, that's actually a half decent helmet. I don't know. You're not exactly being here all the time. What, bright pink?
Indigo.
Not gonna lie, mate, it looks a little bit indigo.
I wonder what.
Ooh, I mean,
Maybe what you want.
Moving on. Right. And I probably should clarify that anyone who might get a little bit upset by these awards, please don't take them personally. We are just trying to have a little bit of banter, a little bit of a laugh, trying to make the most of a... This season was, in all seriousness, okay. It's not been brilliant, but it hasn't been shit. I've seen go-karts go quicker than this award. The only thing that I can always come back to when this award, it's literally the drivers who struggle to get the car pointing in a straight line. And there wasn't really any more than what I saw with this driver when we went to Germany. But no, I really hope someone to tell Gruzd that he needs
76%, great. Highs.
Awesome, you lot are making pit stops. We're actually making pretty good time. Right, next one.
Try 84 on your front of the left.
I actually really want someone to announce this award next. But I think it's going to be a split between the two of them. The most penalised driver award. This one's pretty much self-explanatory. The person who might as well literally have a season ticket to the steward's office and probably not really made it toward the end of the season. The most penalised driver award goes to AG30 and DB1607.
I got held up in the...
Hooray, congratulations.
Sounds about right.
Awesome stuff. Right, moving on to the next one. The most victimisation award. This award goes to the person who in the chats or in the races, whenever something bad happens, it's always someone else's fault.
Easy.
Alphabet gang.
Nominations are
I know.
AG30, SHR Indigo, yeah, that's our point of victimisation. Congratulations, Indigo. It's because it's never anyone else's fault. It's always your fault, no matter what happens. So please always remember that anything that goes wrong, it is always your fault.
I'm not in the game currently, so it's his fault now.
Yeah, proving my point, to be honest.
Exit, so it's his fault now.
Moving on again, the stupidest conspiracy award.
Oh no.
I don't even think it's stupid. It's just the overall conspiracy that the Campos drivers have had against the Carlin drivers. There's always, probably not seen it hugely in the public eye between you guys, but especially early on, Sergi was very highly stating his intentions by any means possible for Campos to win the Constructors. So I wouldn't exactly call it stupidest, but that's probably the only conspiracy I had. And to be fair, it's paid off for them. They finished 8th.
Fun again.
Ooh, who's spinning? If anyone's actually spinning, let me know, because I need to decide who to give the best donut award to.
Can we
Yeah,
get that
literally
to
dragging on
Jamie?
speed.
Is there a
I'm
drifting
dragging.
award? Because the amount of times that I end up drifting and and I only get told off for it. I
Oh,
don't
I
actually get an
prefer.
award for it.
Luca, that was
There
an
was
appalling
Bahrain,
donut.
Italy,
Doing all right.
everywhere. I just went sideways.
Moving on to the next one, the unluckiest driver award. It might seem a bit obvious between you guys, but I haven't really thought about anyone particular on the grid this season who's actually had an unlucky season. I know people have had unlucky moments, but either way, I know that things have happened, whether it be due to his own fault or not, but the unluckiest driver, again, is SHR Indigo. So you need to kind of calm down a little bit and remember that your gearbox is not a toy.
I don't know what driving just let me pass for no reason.
Moving on to one of my favourite awards of the entire season, the Cock Up of the Season, the Golden Cock Award. Nominations are Blazed by Gaming Blazed by Gaming for failing to have his microphone on at Russia. DB1607 for letting Surty take control of his car, thus actually inviting DB to be blacklisted from NHRL. That was a little bit silly, wasn't it?
Oh my god. He's right.
A little bit. Well, he literally put the trust of another driver, and to be honest, I don't really know what else he was expecting.
Why is
Yeah,
that-
sorry, I've just lost the rest of the nominations for that. Hang on. Who else was it who had a massive crash somewhere? Sorry guys, I've actually just lost most of the
Probably Indigo.
nominations for that.
There was me, Indigo, Collins, Dragon on Speed, J-Mash that did the big massive smash up on the last race that ended up being restarted. It's also on YouTube because I posted it as I ended up with about 4 cars on top of me and in front
It
of me.
wasn't me, it was DP.
I thought that was hilarious.
That's DP.
Hey,
Yeah, that was fun.
I only
even
watched
did
it back
music
earlier.
over it.
But
Yeah,
it sounds like 2017 GT3.
the
Jesus.
footage from my camera angle in the car, of the car just going straight over the top of me, is hilarious.
It was bad enough that the cars seemed to be mating by the time they got to the barrier, and then you just see this car literally come through yours. I bet if that was actually real life race, I think
We'd have been dead.
yeah.
Oh god, don't go cockpit cam.
Most of us would have been dead on that one.
Cock of the season. I've said Indigo already, haven't I?
Yes.
Yeah. Cock of the season for letting his gearbox go. PlayStation Plus in active balance, shall we say? And CarBrainCon 297 for failing to maintain enough funds to own a PS4 to actually broadcast most of the race this season, instead of relying on other means. And the award actually goes to none of those. Cock-up of the season goes to Codemasters for the absolute stupid penalty system known as the what happened at Spa. Codies, if anyone from Codies is watching, I doubt they are if you're on the dark part of the internet at this point, but please sort your corner cutting, extending track limits out. You need to get a grip. And what shocks me the most about this is that most of us are going to buy your game next season, so I don't even know who's the bigger idiots, to be honest. Yeah, cock-up of the season goes to Codemasters. You sort the shit out. Right.
Usually is the code people.
Race of the season. I've been a little bit stuck on this because there's not really been one absolute banger stand out. We've had some alright races, probably ones with a little bit of drama, and even the boring ones, when they've been boring, there's always been something that happens toward the end to make it spice up a little bit. Either way, race of the season goes to when we actually came to Silverstone. Had some brilliant side-by-side action through there. And I think for the next award, we may have already discussed it, because unless if anyone else can think of a better crash of the season.
No, just the last race. That was...
I know you did one. Oh, I was driving this fun then.
Yeah, well, it is. There can be no other. And not only is what happened at the first corner at Russia, crash of the season, it's actually the biggest crash in NHRL history.
Yeah. I'm just glad I was recording and was able to shrink it down a bit and put it on YouTube.
I'm just happy we can actually look back on it and laugh now. I think if we actually continued if that race would have continued as after the crash happened, I don't think many of you guys would still be here. I think we would have been fairly annoyed about it, to say the least.
It was annoying at the time, but afterward, like 2-3 minutes afterwards, it was just hilarious when I was watching it back. And just seeing that one car just slide straight over the top of me.
Yep.
Don't know what driving's doing.
Right, moment of the season. A singular moment that defined this season. And I'm still stuck on what to say about it.
AG crashing out Collins at...
Not really. If anything, I think what I've got to put it down to is OP Division 1. Now, I've said it in the new PlayStation chat already. I know that the point of Division 2 is supposed to be a feeder series. We pick up random guys whenever we can to see how fast they actually are. We don't know how quick they are, only based on their time trial times. So for another season in a row, J Marsh has actually ended up kicking everyone's arse. And changes are happening next season to make sure that everyone has a competitive chance of even winning, because we're supposed to be actually testing you guys, proving yourselves and seeing you actually progress. There's no point in watching you season after season just get lapped by people who shouldn't even be in the same division, so we are going to rectify that for the next season. Overall,
I'm glad it's finally been...
yeah, I know that you guys have had a lot of patience, so we're actually going to do something about it. Oh, shut up, you. Most controversial moment of the season. We haven't really had much CC Paella happening in the chats this time, but Mr. Crybaby has had his fair moments, to say so. For literally nearly ending Division 2 based on drivers pulling out, the fact that I've had to put up with 30 for this long, that's probably the most controversial thing ever. The fact that 30 actually made it toward the end of this season. I know some people say should have gone a long time ago. Moving on to slightly more happier awards now. I'm going to spectate this driver in particular. Overtake of the season. At the time, I thought it was a brilliant move, and thinking back, I think it was actually very clever. Overtake of the ward on AG30 at Hungary goes to H. Collins just for the sheer bollocks he had for pulling one of those moves off. Is he here?
Yeah, he goes quiet when he's driving.
Yep, Collins with the overtake of the season. I was hoping he'd actually be a little bit happier about that.
Yeah, he's always, when we're in a party with him, when we're racing, he's always quiet.
Fair dues, as long as he knows, that's all that matters. Moving on to the next one, Shock Podium Award, a person who I thought was actually least likely to score a podium this season. Again, nominations, I really wasn't expecting Surtees to legitimately get on a podium at Monza, but he's done the double. I didn't realise Collins could actually get a podium in an F2 car, so when he finished second in Abu Dhabi, yeah, it might have been on penalties, but a podium's a podium, so really well done to him.
Not gonna lie. Oh, I'm so annoyed I had penalties in that Abu Dhabi race.
Yep. Shock Win Award. The person who I thought least likely, or most surprisingly, actually got a win. I know it was at the circumstances at the time, but winner who actually shot me with a legitimate win was Parallax. I didn't. I thought that most of that race was way too crazy for it to even be a Campos 1-2. So I think the fact that even you guys managed to make it, like, pull it off, really decent job. Best driver pairing nominations are the Carlin drivers, Collins and Fid by Gaming. The ART drivers, J Marsh and SHR and Ninja. The Sauber drivers, Tijonis and Frederikas. And the MP drivers, Owen and Bradley.
I must admit the teamwork between Bradley and me was quite good, and letting each other pass when we had a wing damage or anything to keep in position for the team.
It was good teamwork, to be honest, but I think the best overall performance
Collins.
and it's more or less the mutual respect that we're watching on track. Best driver pairing goes to the ART drivers.
Well deserved, to be honest. They did.
Those guys are actually. I think that's what you call a well-oiled machine to keep going and fighting. It was really close between the Sauber pair, but their attendance let them down in the end.
I might cry.
Right, I'm gonna need to try and crack on a bit now. I'm falling a little bit behind. Best on-track battle. Again, at the time of this race,
Indigo.
I've not stopped thinking about it. It was a intense, crazy race. Best on-track battle goes to SHR Indigo and Ninja at Germany. Moving on to even happier awards now. This award goes to the most improved driver from last season in Division 2, and whoever's actually stuck around from to now. Nominations are and Dragon on Speed. Most improved driver goes to Bradley Ellis.
Well deserved.
Yeah, he has improved a lot, and it's mostly teamwork between me and Bradley, as we know each other in real life, and it's just pushing him from going in centre of track to actually going side to side of the track. So I think he's definitely improved.
What's impressed me the most has actually been his consistency. Yeah, I know it's a little bit of word talk that you guys are toward the back end of the grid, but when things go wrong, he's been a solid midfield runner all season.
Yeah, he's definitely, from what the first season was in the F1 cars when it was me in front of him, he's definitely pulled it round in the F2, as in he's smashed me.
Yeah, and that's what I like to see. Literally improving as a driver. Only 2 awards left now. I think this one is going to be pretty straightforward, and I don't think many of you could argue. Rookie of the Year goes to J Marsh 29.
Oh, thanks.
Just jumping straight into the season and absolutely kicking everyone's arse, pretty much. A mirror image of Blaze by Gaming, what you did last season.
Nah, just better though.
Oh, I've actually missed one award out. It's the one you guys all want to say.
Oh,
obviously,
yeah.
we kind of only mean this in a little bit of a banter point of view, but the person who's been getting under our skin a lot, to say the least. The Dickhead of the Year. Does anyone want to read this out? Because I feel like something bad is going to happen to me. In your own time? Go for it. Lich Henry, go for it.
You Portuguese, you know him as Agent 13.
Yes! Well done, mate.
Well deserved.
AG30 winning it literally 2 times in one season, that is really impressive, so I hope you enjoy your time being in the NHRL dustbin.
I I hope you enjoy that pointy hat which our secretary made on the way out.
Yeah. Moving on, we've got to the final award now. I've actually managed to, I don't know how, I've managed to keep this quiet for the whole year. It's the second award of the prize given ones of Division 2. The first one being the Champion Award. So that'll be a £20 PlayStation voucher heading Jay Marsh's way. But could it be another? Nominations for Driver of the Year.
What are you Dragon doing?
First nomination. He drives an orange car, and he's had a secret love affair with his teammate that he refuses to tell anyone about. It's Parallax.
What's this?
The second nomination. He starts at the back, but when
He's taking better racing lines than Luca.
Sorry, guys, calm down. Hang on, am I missing anything here? Oh, for God's sake!
Yes.
Someone is literally backwards. Second nomination is, guys, please. Second nomination is, he starts at the back, he makes his way through the midfield, he chases after you like Jimmy Savile toward an ice cream truck. Bradley Ellis, 42 nomination. The third nomination, known for his absolute hatred and despisement of koalas, it is J Marsh, 29.
Yes.
Of course he does, he didn't take the charity event seriously.
In all fairness, neither did I. I said, has anyone got a fire truck on standby?
And the fourth nomination,
Collins
he races when he can be bothered, and he wins when he actually has things handed to him. H. Collins, for another season, I believe, in a row now, the fourth nomination. But man, this award is also worthy of a £20 PlayStation Plus voucher. And what it's actually based off is your personality, how you actually interact with other drivers, how you are in the chat. If you've got a good mental head on you, you can take the flak and also just kind of deal with it. Pretty much the opposite of AG30, to be honest.
Yeah.
Your racecraft. I've been trying to watch everyone's racecraft all season. It's nice to see people pushing it to the limit, but not actually causing an accident, or at least causing mild accidents. Your attendance. Leagues do not survive unless if everyone actually has committed drivers, so it's been a problem with Division 2 for this season. Literally half of the drivers have only turned up for half of the races, so the rest of you, it's a bit weird because all of these nominations, you're all outstanding in little areas.
Just like you, eh?
And your overall pace, whether that'll be in the championship standings, constructors, or your literal time on track. Now, I'm gonna say something a little bit different. Moving on with this league, I want to start setting examples where we actually have these prizes, and I want people to know that you don't really have to, I'm not trying to say you don't have to try hard, but you need to get noticed in pretty much, yeah, you need to be driving decently to get noticed, and it's, you know, it's overall get involved, be nice, and just drive well. Pace isn't really everything, and it's proven by this because NHRL Division 2 Season 3 Driver of the Year is Bradley Ellis.
Hey, well done, Bradley. Yeah.
Clap.
And the reason I say that, I think what I'm trying to say is, as the league gets older, we need to start setting more examples, and I'm hoping it's actually a little bit more motivating for people, especially in Division 2. You don't have to be the quickest. As long as you've got good attendance, you don't cause problems, and you actually race well, you don't. Yeah, of course, you'll want to win, but he's done a really good job, so I hope we can come back to this in the future. He's set an example, and he's set a really good one at that. So that'll be 20 quid coming his way. Who's laughing and what's so funny?
Big brain.
Oh, shut up. Right, that's actually the end of the awards. I don't really think we're going to be doing Donut of the Year because no one provided me with any donuts. So shame on the lot of you. Collins, do you want anything to say for tomorrow night?
What did you say? I couldn't hear.
Just any final words because of what's happening tomorrow night?
Final words. Oh, bloomin' heck. This has been a year in the making. Literally a year.
Nearly 2. Nearly 2 years.
Nearly 2 years. There was an old driver who said, no, this would never be done. If he is ever going to watch this, he can shove that somewhere non-PG.
Yep.
Because you put shame on yourself and everyone else in your league. You pulled yourself out and you didn't join Gruston.
Because he's heartless. No, we are still broadcasting. Collins, so we need to kind of wrap this up.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a stinker.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
Fair enough. In case if you, I'm sure I've been saying it for long enough. The World Endurance Championship is starting tomorrow night, first round at COTA in the USA. In terms of the British GT3 Championship, we are having to postpone it by 1 week, as we need to. It's been a little bit difficult trying to arrange both the World Endurance Championship and the British GT at the same time. So please bear with us for an extra week, and fingers crossed. It should actually kick off on the 26th of March. That's everything. That's F1 2019 done and dusted with. I guess I'll see you guys in Bar... If you want to go and get Corona, you can do. Apart from that, we'll see you whenever on the new game, new season, new drivers. See you whenever on the next game.